Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, we're going to talk all about lighting ideas for kitchens with no kitchen islands. Hanging those beautiful pendant lights above a kitchen island is one of the best ways to add style to your kitchen. But if you don't have a kitchen island, you might be wondering, how can I upgrade my lighting? How can I make it look really beautiful without that particular feature? Well, this video, I'm going to share with you 7 different ways to light your kitchen when you have no kitchen island. Let's get started. While having a kitchen island may seem like the norm nowadays, there are lots and lots of homes that do not have them, especially if you live in an older city or an older home. The kitchens may be smaller, especially if you're in maybe the New England area. You may not have the space to put this big, beautiful island and all these stools. Instead, you may have an L-shaped kitchen or a U-shaped kitchen or a galley kitchen. You could have a peninsula, or you could even have a single wall kitchen. These are sometimes forgotten about when we look at all the beautiful pictures online. When I'm on Pinterest and I'm on Instagram, it seems like everyone has a kitchen island, and they have those big, beautiful pendants that they can swap out that hang over the kitchen island and give the space a lot of beautiful decoration. But this video is going to focus on all of those other types of kitchens that don't get a lot of buzz. So we're going to go through 7 different decorative lighting options for your kitchen that has no kitchen island. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is the center chandelier. So consider swapping out your standard large overhead light for a chandelier. You can add some supplemental lighting to this if you'd like, but a center chandelier is just going to add a lot of design and character to your space. So you don't have to have that standard, almost fluorescent, bright over the head kitchen light. You can swap it out for a beautiful decorative chandelier. What makes chandeliers a really easy pick is that, 1, they come in so many different styles that you're definitely going to be able to find something that's going to match your design scheme in your home. So whether you want something that's modern industrial, or maybe a little boho, or you want something super sleek and metallic, there's going to be something for everyone in an affordable range for chandeliers, because you can find them everywhere. Home Depot, Lowe's, Wayfair, Amazon, Target, Walmart, everyone sells chandeliers nowadays. And because everyone sells them, they're really very affordable nowadays. And you can go on sites like Thumbtack or TaskRabbit to help find someone to install that for you for a really good price. So don't shy away from swapping out that big overhead light because you're concerned about, 1, the price of a chandelier, or the price of installation, because it really is reasonable nowadays because we have so much access to other people and products and things like that. So consider getting a center chandelier for your kitchen that has no kitchen island. Another way to add a nice decorative element to your lighting is to go with an over the sink chandelier. So instead of having the big center set chandelier in your kitchen, you can instead offset it and have a smaller decorative chandelier over just your sink area. Because usually, if you don't have a kitchen island, your sink or your stove is going to be your next focal point. So depending upon the other elements that you have going on in your kitchen, it's going to draw the eye. So let's say you don't have a stove with that big, beautiful hood, or a decorative backsplash, and you don't have a pot filler hanging off the side, and you instead want to draw some attention to your sink because maybe you have a beautiful window there. A big, large window that's looking out into the backyard, and you can see the trees, and you've got cabinets on either side. That would be the place to create a decorative focal point in your kitchen by adding an over-the-sink chandelier. So these are a little bit smaller than what you would use for the center of your kitchen. You can also use pendants here as well. So just like folks with a kitchen island may use pendant lights to hang down over the island, you can do the same and hang it over your sink. So consider getting an over the sink chandelier to add a little bit of decorative lighting. Next is track lighting. Now, usually we see track lighting in the living room or maybe the dining room. Maybe you have it spotlighting some things that are on your wall or maybe your mantle. But track lighting is also a really great option for the kitchen. You can have one single track or you can have dual tracks going down the ceiling of your kitchen. It really depends on the shape of your kitchen. So if you had, let's say, a galley kitchen, you might get away with just one single track. You can adjust the heads to push out in either direction so that you're well evenly lit in the kitchen. Or if you had a bigger area, like let's say you have a peninsula kitchen or a U-shaped kitchen, you might use two tracks and shine one onto one side of the kitchen and one onto the other. So they come in a lot of different styles as well. So this is why making track lighting an option is a great way to add a decorative feature, because they have them in that nice matte black, or you can get them in chrome, you can get them in gold. There's a lot of different shade options for the track lighting as well, or you can get them crystal clear Edison bulb style. So think about that as an option. They're fairly inexpensive compared to some of the other items on this list, and they will bring a lot of style to your kitchen, and it will give you the flexibility of angling and directing that lighting exactly where you want it in your kitchen, and that can help set the mood as well. So consider your track lighting. The next option is recessed lighting. You're probably already familiar with this. It's a very popular way to light your kitchen. Usually it's done in conjunction with another larger light. So you may have recessed lighting along with a larger flush mount light, which we'll talk about in a minute. Or you may have that recessed lighting accompanying a over the sink chandelier or something like that. The part about the recessed lighting that is really important to remember is that this is creating a soft, diffused light throughout your entire kitchen. So if you have a larger U-shaped kitchen, or you have an eat-in kitchen that doesn't have a kitchen island and you have a table in there, or you have a little banquette in there, the recessed lighting is going to help make sure that the entire space is evenly lit by dispersing the little candle lights around the ceiling. And so again, the recessed lighting, I'm talking about the little can lights that tuck up. You cut a little hole in the ceiling and they tuck up into the ceiling and they lay flush with your ceiling. They don't hang down at all. And these are usually little small circular cans. You might have 8, you might have 6. Odds are you probably don't have more than 8, but they are a great option to have a diffused, evenly lit space without having that one big light that's right in the center of the kitchen. Then you have other zones that aren't lit quite as well. The recessed lighting is great for that. You can also get dimmable canned lights. So if you want to set some mood lighting in your kitchen, let's say in the evening, you can do that very easily with those recessed lights. So consider having the recessed lighting in addition to something else. So whether it's in addition to the track lighting or in addition to some under the cabinet lights, consider pairing that recessed lighting with another lighting source to really create a dynamic lighting plan in your kitchen. Next up is under cabinet lighting. I feel like I've talked about this quite a bit on this channel, but the under cabinet lighting is really a game changer as far as setting the mood. I love my under cabinet lighting. I installed it myself. They're battery operated. I have a bunch of little puck lights in my kitchen that I purchased on Amazon years and years ago. They're still going strong, and they create a beautiful, beautiful soft glow in the kitchen at night. I don't need to turn on any of the other lights. I can just have the under cabinet lighting on in the evening when things are settling down. No one's really in the kitchen, but you're kind of passing through because it's towards the center of the house. It looks great. And moreover, I love my under cabinet lighting because it is battery operated. And so when the power goes out, I still have lighting in my kitchen to be able to cook and prepare meals when we have storms. So the under cabinet lighting, there are a lot of different options. Like I said, you have the puck lighting, which is the little round ones that kind of stick up underneath your cabinets. They also have bar lighting. You can get some LED strip lighting. You can also opt to have it hardwired if you'd like. So if you want to, be able to just flip a switch on the wall and have those under the cabinet lights come on, you're going to want to get with an electrician. Again, TaskRabbit is going to be a good place to get that service done affordably from a licensed electrician, and have them hardwire it. And they'll hide the lines and all that stuff very well in your cabinets. Otherwise, you can get the ones that stick up there with the little 3M sticky tape. You can buy them on Amazon. The bar lights, some of them are rechargeable. Some will actually take AAA batteries or AA batteries. Either way, you really cannot go wrong with the under cabinet lighting. Odds are it will come with a remote, or it will come with an app. You could probably sync it to your Alexa or something like that and really create a fun, interactive lighting option for your kitchen. Next is to use a flush mount lighting fixture. Now, flush mount just means that that light is pushed right up against the ceiling. It's flush with the ceiling, as opposed to a chandelier that's going to drop down. So flush mount just means it's right there, right up against the ceiling. Now, there are a lot of flush mount lighting options and semi-flush mount lighting options. The reason why this is a popular pick, probably even more so than the center chandelier, because you may not have the headroom to have a hanging chandelier in your kitchen. So if, again, you have an older home and your ceiling is not 9 foot, it's 7 foot, or it's 6 foot and some change, your chandelier is not going to be a good option for you, because if you have taller folks in there, this is a place of high function. You need your kitchen to function. You don't want to be dipping and ducking around anything. So if that's the case, go for a flush mount light. When you're looking for your flush mount lighting fixture, just look for something that has a little detail to it that's a little bit different. The whole idea is to add a little decorative interest into your kitchen in a way that others are doing with the pendant lights that hang over the kitchen islands. So definitely look for something with style. Don't look for anything, plain basic. If you can swing it, you're going to have more interesting options in a semi-flush mount light than in a flush mount light. So a semi-flush mount light, you're looking at, it may hang at most maybe 2 or 2.5 inches from the ceiling off of a little kind of pole, and then it's going to come out, and it's almost like a really short chandelier. Think of it that way. You are by far going to have a lot more interesting options with a semi-flush mount, but either way, you can find something that's going to help complement the overall look of your kitchen. Maybe think about something that is in a finish that matches your hardware on your kitchen cabinet. So if you've got a brass or gold kitchen drawer knobs and cabinet pulls, think about using that color scheme as well in your lighting. Match it to maybe your faucets as well, and you'll have a nice cohesive look in your kitchen. The last option is to go for a clear acrylic or glass light. Now this can come in a few different options. You may find this as a flush mount light, or a semi-flush mount light, or even a chandelier. Aim for something that has clear glass on the outside of it, as opposed to you finding a flush mount light that has that opaque glass bulb at the bottom, or maybe it looks kind of whitish or frosted. You want something that is crystal clear. The same with a chandelier. Instead of the drum maybe of a chandelier having a frosted color, go for something that has a crystal clear glass around it. Why do we want this for the kitchen? Because the light bulbs themselves and the outer structure of those types of lights is so fascinating to look at. Especially if you are in the modern industrial style and you like seeing sort of the anatomy of pieces, this is a great option. They're so interesting to look at. They will by far steal the show. There's a reason why those Edison bulbs get so popular. They're just cool to look at. And when you opt for a clear glass around your kitchen lighting, you're doing the same thing. There are a lot of different options. I'm going to throw a few on the screen for you. But whether you do the chandelier, the flush mount, or the semi-flush mount, you can even find track lighting that's using those clear glass bulbs, or even the mini chandeliers or mini pendant lights that you may put over the kitchen sink. You can find those in a clear glass style. These are going to draw so much attention in your kitchen, and they're a great way to add some visual interest, especially when you don't have that kitchen island in that pendant light option. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to visit me at DianeDecor.com. I post all about home decorating tips and ideas over there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.